up, everybody?
Welcome.
This is a No Adults episode. Tahir is on the road. As you can see, the show started some time ago. Keenan, just pick a good spot. We had a free day, so I hit up my boys, the Thomas brothers. What's up, y'all?
What up,
Double
man?
high
What up,
fives.
brother?
Yeah, it worked out.
You doing, bro?
What's going on? What's happening? You all just got back from Houston?
Dallas.
Dallas,
yeah, man.
DreamCon with the RDC World.
Yeah, man.
In my opinion, the funniest people doing skits right now on the internet.
Yeah. Fast.
Their anime house and their video game house is so damn funny. Have you seen Video Game House?
Yes,
Amazing.
of course.
Where
Yeah,
where the Tekken fighters only won because they could sidestep.
Yes.
So funny.
They got the 3D fighters, bro.
No, they got a great formula, bro.
Man.
They have a great formula.
Yeah, it's on the speed of the video, especially. I mean, of course, I'm a sports fan, so they drop a lot of sports stuff as soon as it happens.
Yeah,
Yeah.
right.
As soon as it happens.
Oh, they're LeBron James. Like, LeBron James is actually a fan of them.
Yeah, of course.
Because of those skits.
Of course, but like 30 minutes after, they're ready.
RDC and then Berlizzi, the YouTuber, like he's
Shout out to Berlizzi as well.
the other like I want to say person who put DreamCon together.
Okay, I didn't know that.
Yeah, he has all the Easy Gang merch was all around there, so it was really cool to see like Easy Gang versus RDC World, and they did dodgeball tournament, Smash Bros tournament, Naruto fighting game tournament. It was wild.
Just kids with money that can just
That's what it was.
do
Grown-ass kids.
whatever you. Man, I love it. I would definitely want to hear about y'all weekend. We got some crazy stories, got some crazy facts. We got Cam in the building.
Cam, what up?
Damn.
Well, you know
Big Cam.
the official Damn Internet You Scary fact checker,
Nice.
because I just be saying stuff.
He goes through it
Yes,
like-
double check.
well, actually,
Not the fact
I
check.
just be saying stuff. So yeah, let's start with DreamCon, but I know you guys have a lot of other stuff going on. You guys have been kind of just destroying the gaming community right now.
Fun.
Brands galore.
Yeah, man.
Brands galore. Twitch streams galore.
yeah.
Yeah, man.
But Dream World, if you guys don't know, it's DreamCon.
DreamCon, yeah.
DreamCon, RDC World, Mark Phillips and his hilarious comedy troupe. They do a con that's really everything. Like it's not just gaming, it's anime, it's a bunch of stuff,
yeah.
right?
I mean, the whole
Like
blurred, everything, that terminology fits in that con.
And this has been like 2-3 years.
I'm guessing 2017 or 2018 was the first one.
Okay.
If I'm not mistaken. 2017. I know they had like the Black Kage con before that a few times, and then I think they just broke off into the whole DreamCon thing themselves. And yeah, they've been killing it.
They
That's
showed
crazy.
out. They showed out, man. And they, according to them, it doubled this year. So last
Nice.
year, all the footage I saw and photos I saw, it made me like, yo, I don't care what's going on at what time. I'm bringing the family. Like,
Yeah.
we're going. We're just gonna make a family trip out of it.
Hell yeah.
So as soon as the tickets came up, we went, booked it, went down there, and then I was just going as a fan. I just wanted to experience it.
Right.
They found out I was coming and was like, yo, do you want to be a part of the Smash tournament, and do you want to be a part of the Family Feud night for Berlizzi's show?
Easy.
Oh my God, was this so much fun?
It was great.
It
Nice.
was dope, bro.
It was-
Just a big ass esports arena, and they had the Family Feud thing themed out. That was great. But to see all the cosplayers, man, to see all the panels that were going on, like so many different black creators with like their own mangas, their own upcoming animes, it was beautiful.
Yeah.
It was really beautiful to see all of them in one place, brother. So
Yeah.
amazing experience.
Did you guys cosplay?
We did.
Yeah,
We did.
Yeah.
And we
You
got the
showed
photos.
up. You showed up as
Powerline.
as a character that I don't know if this is your favorite character, but I know it's up there.
It is. It is my favorite.
Is he even your favorite in the Goofy movie?
Yeah. Oh, cool.
Okay.
I think he's everyone's like real favorite in Goofy movie, man. Oh, unless he does.
No.
Mark.
I would
Okay,
say
bet.
so.
I'm a
Yeah.
big fan of the uncle.
Uncle.
Pete.
He's an asshole.
I love that guy.
He's an asshole to his son.
Yeah, PJ. They yelled him upstairs to kick down the last bowling pin.
He also blurs the timeline a little because I can't tell if he's the only one that I'm like, is it a cat or a dog?
I think he's a big cat.
He's a big cat.
He's a big cat.
Okay,
Yeah.
and that's why he'd be beefing with the dogs.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, man.
So is his fat kid? He's a cat too.
Yeah, PJ's a cat.
PJ's a cat.
Okay.
Yeah,
So he
we don't know
doesn't
what Roxanne. Oh no, we know Roxanne's a dog because her dad comes to the door.
Yeah.
Yeah. All
A
right.
lot of strange feelings growing up.
Just found out that Roxanne was
Anthropomorphic.
designed by a black woman.
That
Shocker.
makes sense.
Right?
That makes
what
sense.
a
All right,
shocking
so-
inch.
Yeah.
Shout out to her. She didn't have to make her that cute though.
Nope.
Man.
Nope,
Kind
she
of
didn't.
weird.
Man.
Even as a kid, I was like,
Stiffy.
turn this off.
a little stiffy. I ain't gonna lie. It was a
But then
little stiffy.
Space Jam popped
Lola
up. And I was like,
Lola.
I'd smash a rabbit. Y'all made him look like a human on 2 legs. You can't double back on
They
me.
literally had her, the announcer, Lola, Bunt, the whole walkout. They had
that's
her
what they
over.
sexualized the shit out of
Made
Lola.
no sense.
Yeah,
you
like,
gave her hips.
Man,
Had
There's
her
no
silhouette
reason.
coming out. Like, what was I supposed to think?
No, even the ears had curves. Like, what are you doing? What are you guys doing to us? Looney Tunes?
There was a little bunny cosplayer there as well. Who else was the craziest cosplays we saw? A lot of anime cosplays down there, man.
lot.
Everybody was dressed up.
Yeah.
I suck at cosplay, so I don't do it.
Did you do your Android 17 one yet?
Another lazy attempt. I got the shirt. I got a scarf that somewhat resembled his. I had my pants down, and I wore jeans.
So you come across as someone who could do cosplay very well, Pat.
Yes, Pat.
Tell him.
I
Tell him.
That's why it's disappointing.
Every time.
Because it would hit.
I don't
Every
know.
time with this guy.
Oh, Pat.
It
He needs
seems
someone
like-
to come to him with the costume and be like, "Here's your
Put it
costume.
on."
Wear this."
Yeah.
But even the go-tos like Eddie Gordo. I'm not wearing no damn crop top.
No, you're good.
Nah.
All of a sudden, they want Pat to do capoeira.
Yeah, like, Pat, you go through the dance. I don't think you
Stomach
want all
and
that.
cheeks out.
Nah, I don't think you got that.
Doing
in you.
handstands, twerking.
Nah.
I'm okay.
You good on that one.
Yo, needs to run that one up, bro. But
Nah.
you got that one on deck. You could do. You never did Link.
You could do Link.
You can do Link
You
easy.
could do Link.
You probably
Pat.
have the pieces of a Link costume in your
Ready.
wardrobe.
But it's crazy because like after the photo, I'm just a nigga in tights all day, and I gotta just deal
yeah,
with
but
it.
everybody's wearing it too, so I feel
Yeah,
like
But
that's
it
the
seems
thing.
uncomfortable.
That
It's
I
Cosplay
was at, I
seems
was at
very
Anime Expo.
uncomfortable.
There were a bunch of people standing outside in like full black outfits, and it was hot that day. I'm like, you
Nah,
are
they
going through
be
it.
committed. It'd be
do.
117 degrees, and they be in Handmaid's Tale costumes, shoulder to shoulder. Damn, committed, sweating. Like, do you guys get it? Did you get the photo? Yeah.
The meetups are always the funniest thing to me to see. Like they'll put like the tweet out, and then all the cosplayers meet at one location outside to take a themed photo, and like they'll have to start counting down. All right, 10, 9, because they're out there drenched,
Yeah.
Right.
sweating. So yeah, I can understand how that could be.
Here's how I know I'm an asshole. My favorite part of those cons, or one of my favorite parts, is inside is great, but if you park far away and walk, that walk is so special because it's the cosplayers mixed up with regular people who have no context.
Who have no idea what's going
it'll
on.
Be
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
It'll be like a dude in a full elf costume. It'll just be like the draws, the giant ear, like all these things, big wings. It'll just be at the sidewalk, just like sitting next to like a single woman and her 2 kids, just like with the,
And the kid just looking up the whole time.
waiting for the green light with wings and stuff like that, just like real life happening around them.
It's the French maid costume that I saw a lot of guys in this year at Anime Expo. And I was like,
What happened this year with the French
I
maid?
don't know, but it was a lot of guys in French maid, like fishnets, everything.
Well, because they have a maid cafe.
That they
probably
had that
going
at
to that,
DreamCon too.
yeah.
But
What's
what
that?
exactly is that?
I don't exactly know. I just know that people dress up in like the maid outfits, and I think it's an actual cafe you can go and get food at.
And they
I did
just-
not go to an Anime Expo, so I don't know exactly.
Are the waitresses in French outfits?
Yes,
or-
Yes.
everybody
Okay.
is. Yeah, and they're supposed to be like mean to you too. That's part of the thing.
Oh,
Yes.
that's
Yeah.
Oh, that's a Texas thing. That's in Texas.
Well, no, that's here.
Anime
Oh,
Expo.
anywhere where they do the maid cafe is I think a thing. at the cons.
Oh,
Yeah.
Yeah.
that is.
So they dress up and you go in there order food and there's like you said it's supposed to be mean. I did hear
Yeah.
that someone say that. And I'm like, what? Why would I go? But then I thought about okay.
That's the same thinking as pet rocks. That's really like white people getting away with the LLC, cause like that's hilarious. Poor restaurant service. You
basically.
flip that.
It made money off
That's
of
the main thing. Like when you go to a restaurant, you leave like, man, I'm not going back. That had poor service. Somebody was just like, what if we did only poor service?
and that's it.
What if we never want them to come
I
back?
don't want that. What if it was so bad it wasn't even fun? Like they didn't
Or
even.
someone takes it too far. Not like that.
like what if a waiter doesn't even come to your table? Like, it's not even,
Now we're like,
just ignore you. Like I thought that was gonna be more themed. This is really bad service.
No, just literally just throws a pitcher of water. Here's your water.
You leave hungry. Just like that was a waste of 2 hours.
Yep.
You go and get something to eat.
Just throwing plates and water at a table. Like, here you go.
You go to Chick-fil-A, who has good service.
Wow.
All right, so the DreamCon was a good time.
Yes.
Yeah,
Hosting it, the Family Feud, all that was fun.
Mm-hmm.
yeah, man, they do an incredible job. Them putting it in the esports arena, I think, was really special because they're packed that whole place out, and they're in there just losing their minds for the Smash tournament. shout out to Berlizzi for hosting the Family Feud night and hearing the crowd yell things back. Like, for instance, the question that we got on was, name a black song you're guaranteed to hear at a cookout. And what was up there? September
was like the last cha-cha slide, electric slide,
wobble,
Cupid shuffle.
and
So blacker answers than I expected.
the last one is the one that Beyonce has the remix to.
Oh,
Before I Let Go. And it was nuts to see the crowd losing their mind, yelling at Berlizzi like, they got it wrong, that's not it. But like, it's an arena. Imagine like if Steve Harvey had done that in an arena,
Right.
losing their mind about the questions. It was dope.
It was like a mainly black turnout.
Oh yeah,
No, the whole thing.
The
The
whole-
whole
yeah,
thing. DreamCon is pretty much
That's dope.
90. I would say 95,
Wow.
96. Yeah, predominantly black.
man. And they asked about Pat like a mug. Everyone who asked me like, "Yo, where's Pat? Where's Pat?" I'm like, he'll be here next year. He'll come. So I'm telling you on camera, Pat,
up.
you gotta go.
I will pull up.
Yeah,
I've been
man.
a fan of RDC World for a minute.
Yeah.
We were actually supposed to fly them out for something a couple years ago, and the manager didn't hit us back.
Somebody on the team, we gotta figure that out, man. Gotta get this crossover going, man.
I don't know what happened, but yeah. Now I'm pulling up. What's the next con?
Comic-Con is this weekend.
Is it this weekend?
Jeez.
already?
San Diego.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's
yeah.
right, it's July.
Yeah.
Okay, y'all doubling down?
I'm going.
He is.
I gotta go back.
He's
yeah.
doubling down.
Nah,
He's
you
going.
got-
I got a lot of things going on.
Got
I
real
gotta-
life.
Hey,
said-
hold on
he
now.
said
His
life
life
hit
is
him in
real.
the
It's
face.
just
I'm working down there.
He is
I'm
Hey,
working.
but we knew to this. You just be doing the cons.
Yeah, we just show up to the cons, put the time in.
We be just popping up and then going back.
Yeah, man.
That's dope.
Yeah, brother.
I'm pretty sure it's sold out.
Yeah, yes, it is. We try to get the badges for the family again, and everything's sold out.
Never sold that up again.
So
Okay.
no, I'm going down there solo this time.
See if I can pull some strings. I love Comic Con. Shout out to I saw you met up with Mimic, Nami World.
Yeah,
Nami
man.
World down there, yeah.
Nami World was down there with a great
Out
guy.
here making moves.
Yeah,
making
man.
moves, making movies.
He had his 10 pins manga that's getting ready to be turned into an anime. He premiered the outro for the anime at his panel, so I walked
Nice.
in there and saw that. That was beautiful. So shout out to him, man. Shout out to everything
He has
he's doing.
two.
Yeah, he does. 10 pins.
It's not
is
just
another
10 pins. It's the other one. I forget what it was. It's the bowling one, which is 10 pins.
Yeah.
And then I forget. But yeah, he's working.
Yeah, man.
He's
Oh, yeah.
working.
Yeah.
He got all that off of like I think he only dropped like a chapter or two of each.
And people love it. People
love it
People
that much?
rocking with it, bro. He had a great turnout for his panel upstairs at was it the Sheraton?
Yes.
Yeah. It was dope. It was an incredible experience, man.
Big moves.
Yeah, I'm still
big
not
old
over it.
moves.
Yeah, man. I would love for us to figure out how to be in there again next year.
Hey,
we got to show
we're
out.
pulling up.
Yeah,
All
man.
of us.
We doing the con circuit.
Yeah.
All right. Well, we had a rough week in the news
Okay.
of stuff to kind of go over, but I can't wait to talk to you guys about these first couple.
Okay.
Ready.
So this is a debate that kind of sparked online. This is what I love about Black Twitter. It's endless. Like somebody will say something that's gonna start some crazy. It seems like how have we not talked about everything already?
Agreed.
But it
Bruh.
seems like there's a clip from just some podcasts. Maybe this will be the this will be the clip for next week. But something always goes viral that makes people just like erupt into debate. So this is this one. A woman basically said that if a dude does not talk to you for 24 hours, like if he doesn't hit you up, if he doesn't say good morning, if he just, if he skips a day, that means that they do not mess with you. They don't like you in any type of way. They don't. And I've actually been in the heat of this debate a couple times.
You've been responding?
Shocking.
Huh?
You've been responding?
No,
tweets?
I mean
Oh.
this like personally.
Got it. Same.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just because I'm not I don't be working like that. There are some days that I don't.
You just sign off like you're done.
Well, first of all, I'm just notoriously a horrible
Texter.
texter.
Yes.
Yep.
Everyone knows that.
Very, very bad. Because I respond when I read, and I put it down, and then I realize later I didn't physically respond.
Yep.
No. I'm guilty.
Yeah.
I'm guilty too. Don't worry.
So it's a mix of that, but just like the whole like good morning every single day, or there'll just be like a day I'm on set and I'm just honestly just not really thinking about the person like that, or just busy or just consumed with other things. So, I'm just not a have to check in type of person, and that's across the board. Like there are days at a time I don't talk to like my parents. You know, it's just like I'm just not really, and I know I gotta fix that in some ways, but also like. You know,
Talk to yourself.
I was say, don't give a shit. Not bother. Go ahead, Khadeem.
My thing about it is you said, I just want to reconfirm what that said. You said 24 hours, you don't reach out to the person, you don't like them at all, you don't mess with the person.
I'm assuming this person is talking about like either a relationship or
Of course,
a talking
no.
stage.
Yeah, the talking stage situation.
But they
I
say
get
like
it.
24 hours, like basically she was like, I'm not messing with no dude who won't hit me up in 24 hours.
I'm sorry. This don't
It's
connect
like a
with me.
baseless criteria for people. I think.
Yeah, I don't.
Such a wide
Yeah,
spectrum.
I'm about to
because
say,
like,
like,
people
you
have
just-
lives, things get busy. My phone breaks. Oops, is that the?
Right.
Is it, you're not gonna. Now the reason why I couldn't talk to you is an actual reason.
Now by 9 p.m. that night, guess what? Draws to the wall. She ain't even hearing you no more.
Yeah.
That's how that go. Khadeem, me and you just live different lives.
Of
to this
course,
point.
a
So,
different
I'm gonna let
upbringing.
you go first, and then
Man,
I'm
look.
gonna speak on
Man,
this.
look, okay, so no, I get it. I get the whole idea of 24 hours, especially if like on a new, like if it's in a new relationship type of thing. I get it. You know what I mean? Obviously, I would expect a call or text back in 24 hours after the first date. I guess or what they aiming for, because she's aiming for that. I get it.
Well, I don't think this would be a rule right away. You know, I doubt this would be. I mean, I'm assuming they would feel some type of way if you didn't hit them up 24 hours after the first date.
Right.
But I think that this is like at some point of consistency. You
Gotcha.
know. So I would just say to be safe, the courting. You know,
The
like during
courting
the courting
aspect.
part.
Got you.
Because if you're already together, then I don't. That would be a. I don't.
That's a responsibility at that point that we don't need. If I'm together with you, you already know what I'm up to.
Yeah, you should have faith in the trust that we're in relationship and that's not jeopardized because we're not
No.
texting.
No, I get it.
That's
I'm
not
with that.
not going. You're not
No,
going
I'm
for it.
going with I'm going with y'all on this one. 24 hours, like, look, there's life happens.
It depends. If you're texting constantly asking for a response and this person's not responding, then that's a different
then,
issue.
Oh,
you
yeah,
should
yeah.
then you should probably take
You get the
take the
idea.
hint.
Yeah.
You should take the hint.
Yeah.
That's okay. So that is different because that was part of the debate too. It's just like, okay, well, that means you didn't hit me up.
Yeah, I
in
mean,
24
communication is a
hours.
two-way street. Like that needs to be established in any situation. Like,
Well, I also just feel like I'm outgrowing the whole like.
Well, I feel like people think because you have a phone now, you should be accessible at all times, and that's
Right.
just
That's
not
that
fair
truth.
to yourself and for people to assume that of you.
Right.
Like 30 years
No.
ago, people didn't have cell phones. You could not reach them at any time in their lives that you wanted to.
Well, it's even worse when your job is social media because it's just
Yeah.
like, oh, you always have your phone.
Yeah.
You always blah, 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 blah. So why don't you respond? And it's just like, I could be editing on my phone or writing something in there for hours and then look up and be like, oh, 17 texts. Whoops.
whoopsie.
But I don't know. I feel like if you don't have a kid with that person,
Yeah, agree.
Bruh,
Yeah.
that's all
I
that
am
it
not-
takes. I'm not doing this.
There's no ring on your finger. We do not have a child. I am in no way obligated to consist. I hate this chair. Is there a different chair?
There's one right here.
I'm switching this chair,
got
bro.
you.
It's been
let's
bothering
switch the
the
chair.
shit out of me.
It sounds like a boat.
I don't like this.
Sound like an old ship.
Thank you. I'm not about to be, in constant communication with you in the first place. But for 24 hours to go by and then all of a sudden it's an issue, like even if I sense that there's an issue when I hit you back, oh, I'm out.
Yeah,
oh,
I know.
I'm out. I was like, oh, never mind.
Yeah,
I don't want
no,
to smoke.
I-
You can
yeah.
have it.
Because if that's such a non-issue that you've made an issue now, what happens when other
Yeah,
actual
exactly. If
issues
you're
come up?
worried about the 24
That's true.
hours, then we got a lot more other issues coming up about life that's going to happen. If
'Cause
you're
that's
worried about
that-
these 24, then yeah, it's probably not going to work out.
I just feel like that's the childish part like of your 20s where it's
Yeah.
like I'm not gonna hit them up until they hit me up, or like
Whew,
the
yeah, I've
whole
heard that
like don't double text, or like the worst one is the and I'm still guilty of this. The worst one is the waiting a period of time before hitting back so you don't seem too eager.
Thirsty and I don't.
But
like
it's
that.
like if it just makes no sense logically, even though I do it sometimes. Like you get the text, you're holding it, and you're having a conversation. Like the text back shouldn't be. I just don't get it because if you're talking to somebody and they wait 5 minutes to respond after you said something, you'd be like,
That's so
"Nigga."
much extra brain work you have to do to like communicate in an irregular way. Like why are
Right.
you communicating that way? Just talk how you are.
No, like, and then you forget to text. Honestly, you would have played that game. I'm gonna forget to text you back. Like, I'm not playing
the
that
whole
game.
the whole pause
Well,
thing.
yeah, the whole wait for 5 minutes. Like, let them see that you read it.
Man,
leave the read receipts on. Let them see that you read it at that time, and they don't respond for a little. Like that's what we're doing.
if you're in your 20s and you're watching this, just let's kill that. All right,
Please
let's
stop.
just officially on Damn Internet You Scary. Let's kill the whole pause to text or respond back in fear that you'll look like you have no hoes. Like,
I got someone else to talk to right now.
I have so many people to text right now that I can't text you right back, or I'm doing something that I can't look at my phone. And this is hilarious coming from me, who is not good at texting. But
But again, that's not the reason why I do it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I'm not doing that to hold off and to seem needy.
actual busyness,
It's actual
right?
busyness.
Bro.
It's two
But-
completely different
Because
things.
then are you coming across, to me, that's being disingenuous, because like the real me would text right away, but now I've got to
Right.
wait to show that I'm more cool or whatever.
Cool or something. Yeah, let's
Or
just
not
stop.
as eager, but then like, why don't you want me to be as eager wanting to respond to you? Like, I don't get the psychology there.
Just dumb.
Yeah, I feel like it's a good little inner look. Like, let's just think about that. Like, why do we do this? Why am I doing this? Is it because I think it is what you said. I think it's like I want to seem a little cooler, which is funny because that implies that someone who texts right back is like,
Yeah, exactly. They're like waiting on you.
like,
hella
just
phone.
shoveled,
Come
like
on, please.
untucked shirt, tie out, undone tie. Like, I gotta go back. I'm glad you guys.
Two
brother.
emojis, three emojis.
Yeah, right. Even down to the emoji count is like, yo, this is how far we're taking this communication now.
I will say, someone ending with a period while texting gives me anxiety.
The word period.
Just like writing a sentence. period.
Putting punctuation.
Putting
like,
punctuations
periods.
actually gives me anxiety. Like, if that's like some PTSD, that's some like relationship type.
Hey, you know
years.
what?
I don't use the period key at all.
There's
like, I use
something
commas.
there though.
No, I promise you, there's a thing. Just
That's a good-
psychology behind it.
That's
I
a good
promise you.
conversation. Like weird, unspoken text
do that.
nuances.
Don't do
that.
it.
Everybody does, but no one talks about. Like that. The period definitely implies attitude.
It does instantly.
It's
Instantly.
like
I
the
promise
text
you.
version of just like I'm fine.
Period.
Yeah.
Ooh.
See, I'm okay.
I'm okay.
Period. No.
Or like
no.
the okay.
Yeah, let's just do it.
OKA and K.
I'm
All
telling
three
you.
have a
I don't
different
like
meaning.
K.
All three have a different meaning.
I'm telling you.
Just K by itself.
K,
by
I'm
itself.
telling
I mean,
you.
to me, if someone sends me that, it means you're upset about something.
Right.
I don't
K.
like that.
It's almost
Totally.
like okay.
Exactly. That's
Yeah.
fine.
And then K period is like
All right, we got issues.
Yeah.
shit.
Okay.
I messed up. Now KK.
That's
It's a little
that's
bit more
that's
fun.
The exact
That's cute.
opposite. That's
It's like KK.
That's cute.
All right.
The KK is fine.
Now the semicolon. No, I'm just
Let's just get a whole graph. The whole thing behind us now. What do we think this is exactly?
what
does it make you-
exactly is
Not the
what
not
now the-
text psychology. The dude, how does this make you feel?
the asterisk.
Dropping the cards.
Oh, Rorschach test.
Angry.
Oh my god.
Oh my.
Yeah,
but
periods.
the period
I
doesn't.
don't use a period in my text.
No,
I think
it's
about it. I
always
don't.
commas, comma.
And the
Mm-hmm.
scariest part back in the day when the sidekick era was around, the period was a lot more accessible.
Yeah,
I promise you, the sidekick
How
era.
was it more exciting?
because it had a
It
dedicated
had,
button.
had a
Had a
button,
button
right
for
there.
it.
And a
As
dedicated
Like,
opposed
you
to
didn't
what?
have to
As opposed
adjust
to,
Oh,
like,
to the
shifting
different
it?
keyboard
Yeah.
to get
No,
to
you
the
didn't have to
period.
press the other side to go get it. So people
wow.
like,
Like, people are going to the period for a specific
For a reason,
You're
to let you
switching
know
keyboards
I'm
to
upset.
find that punctuation.
I'm ready for the sidekick to come back.
all of us.
Please. I got my sidekick LX still. I have my sidekick 3 still.
Can you use them?
They
Like,
turn
you can-
on, but there's no
No,
service.
you
to
can't
them.
get
No
service
to them.
There's no way to like go back. Do they like destroy the?
So Danger. What was the name of that?
Hip Top and Danger, either way, the servers won out like completely. So there's really no way to connect. Like you can get text messages, probably phone calls, maybe. No, actually not anymore. Never mind. Gone.
You can't connect it to like Verizon or anything.
It was T-Mobile only.
Only, it was exclusive.
And then those waves,
right.
those frequencies aren't even in the air anymore. So you can't even connect to them.
My sidekick. era,
Does that
bro.
still happen?
Oh, the
What?
government takes frequencies all the time.
Yeah.
And that actually affects our equipment because sound equipment has wireless stuff is on
Yep.
specific frequencies.
Yep.
The government's like, okay, we're taking back these 2 frequencies. So any sound equipment that's on those channels, it's illegal to use them technically.
Oh yeah. When I was
How do you buy a frequency? You can't just switch
Well,
the
the
frequency.
government owns them all. There's a limited amount of airspace that you have, like for radios and any type of wireless stuff. So certain companies have bought sections of them, and this is what we use. So like Verizon has their amount.
That just blew my mind.
AT&T
Limited
has their
airspace. I
amount.
thought
Yeah.
it was just fucking.
Nah, it was just out there. It's just some visible Wi-Fi signals everywhere.
This is everybody's
No, we
air
own
server.
something
Yeah.
that we don't even see.
Yep.
The
So you can
technology
run
of it.
out.
Yes, that's why you've got a maximum capacity for like streaming.
Yep.
Like you can only stream a certain resolution because there's not enough space for all of it.
Yeah, the bandwidth.
I thought that was because the equipment was
Nah.
better to get that was getting that stuff.
No, it's just bandwidth. At
So
the
you're
end of the
just okay, Jesus Christ.
I know.
So the government can buy a
Well,
piece
so-
of the air,
Here's an example. Yeah, basically, so
a piece of the sky.
when 9/11 happened, they ran into a huge issue because we were still on the analog. Things were switching to digital slowly, but
Yep.
we were on an analog system.
Uh-huh.
But when 9/11 was happening, every person in America had their TV on, were using their phones, were communicating with each other, and first responders couldn't get communications to the people they needed them because everything was bogged down with everyone watching on their
bandwidth.
TVs and that. So they're like, okay, we need to fix that problem. Everything switches to digital. The government owns all the analog frequencies, and then they take their portions of the digital ones, so that doesn't happen again.
Yep.
Analog frequency.
So 97.6. So pretty much anything from, you go channel 1, channel 2, and everything else like that. Those
Right.
are more the digital side. But, you go 13.3, 13.5. That's way more on the analog side of things.
That made it
FM
more
radio
confusing,
frequencies,
actually.
same thing. Yeah, there's like small little analog, and then digital would be a direct on or off at the end of the day. That's
So
what it would be.
walkie-talkies,
exactly.
like
Yeah.
still to this day, a walkie-talkie on set is used off of who's
Digital. I mean, the thing is, when I went to Saudi Arabia and I worked in the oil field over there, they had a different channels. So they would send us up from American or the U.S. one, and they wouldn't work.
So American walkie-talkies
Yeah.
would
Wouldn't work over there.
Exactly. That's why you have like the PAL.
the same
there's
sky.
two different video systems. There's PAL and there's NTSC. NTSC,
NTSC
is the U.S.
60 hertz compared to the
Exactly.
50 hertz from PAL.
PAL
Yeah, there's a
is Europe.
whole.
God,
So that's why like it's even the same thing with electricity. You go over there, European plugs are
240.
different than American plugs.
240 volts compared to 120 volts on this side. Yes.
And they're different. So
Yeah.
I thought it was just we were all connected to the phone frequency.
no.
nope.
Or like even
There was a sidekick frequency. There's an Apple frequency. It's all that.
Nope.
yeah, but, yeah. I mean, yeah. To an extent, they own them, kind of.
But that's more the phone or cell phone provider. So AT&T owns a certain type of channels, 1700, 1800. T-Mobile owns like 2100. Like when I was traveling, I had to figure out which frequencies worked in different places, if I can get 4G there or not. So I used to do a lot of research on this.
Yeah.
So when Sidekick, so with Sidekick, did they close and then the government bought them, or they closed because the government bought their
It could have
frequency?
been either or.
It was like at
Oh.
the same time, because honestly, Hip Top or that whole business, they went into business. Danger,
Yeah.
the whole company went out of business. So that server that would hold pretty much there was a server that held all your emails and everything else like
All their
that.
T-mails and oh my
Yeah.
God.
So all that stuff.
T-mails.
T-mail. Your T-mail, you had your AIM, your T-mail,
Yeah.
your text message, but you could only get like 30 text messages. Do you remember that?
Nah.
You could only get like 30, and then you had to erase all the messages to get new text.
Oh,
So
right.
your unlimited was really just your T-mail
That or your aim.
or your AIM. That's
Your
all
aim,
he was
your
really
aim would for
messaging.
sure be
Oh,
the one to
that's
hold it down.
right.
Woo, boy.
That was an era. I still have the box that my original Sidekick came in.
What was your first one?
The first one.
You had the black and white
The
one?
big ass one.
Oh my
No,
God.
the gray one.
The gray one, yeah.
Yeah.
Because the original screen for that one was black and white.
Oh,
Then
it
they gave
wasn't color. Right,
Then they
right,
had a
right.
color one, yeah.
I had the black and white one, and the box is so funny because they were like proudly advertising the most basic stuff. They were like, music. They're like, listen to music on your phone. And it was like web browsing. You can surf the internet.
Bro.
Text messages. Everybody was like, yeah.
And that shit was about that fat in your pocket.
It
low-key.
was crazy.
It was huge, man.
It's so crazy that technology kind of like they like wean. Is it wean? Is that a word?
Yeah,
Wean.
wean.
Okay, they kind of like wean us on.
Yep.
It sounds wrong.
Lead us, maybe?
No.
They kind of like do it gradually. There
Yeah,
you go.
yeah.
Because like if you even go back like 2 or 3 generations of iPhones, you're like, oh my god, like the square or like the thicker ones.
Yeah.
Like it, and if you go to the first ones, it seems like impossible. Like how did we ever walk around with these?
yeah.
We still have actually a regular original iPhone.
Yeah.
You still have one of
You
those?
still got one of those tucked away somewhere.
man.
Yeah,
I want the sidekicks to come back.
Bring them back. The Sidekick 3's keyboard is the best, but the Sidekick LX form factor was the best. Because
Yeah.
it was like, it was
I don't
looked
think
like
I
this.
had the LX.
It was like this. It was like
Yeah.
all streamlined. It was just flat.
Streamlined and
And then when the
Damn.
screen flipped up, it was like
Sharp.
that. But the 3 actually still had a shape to it. And the 3 had like the LRG version, the Tony Hawk
Oh,
version.
that's right.
The Dwayne Wade 3.
That wasn't
It's
the
like-
one with the changeable bumpers, right?
No, the changeable bumpers was the 2.
Two.
Okay, I was ratchet as hell.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And the 2 was a brick though, bro. I love the 2 more than
The
all
2
of them.
was
The 2
dope.
Two was
hard.
it was a brick. It was
I
hard to break that
had
one.
my biggest sidekick regret was when the new ones came out, I got the slide.
Oh,
In the LX era, though, because those came out this. Oh no,
you got the
purple
baby
and red.
slide.
The purple one.
Yeah.
And it's so crazy that I fell for that.
Yeah.
Because it's like the sidekick, the flip was the whole thing.
That was the whole.
That was the whole thing.
But don't feel bad because I'm gonna tell you a story. We're shooting hurricane season, and Wayne was writing the Carter 3 album on the red sidekick slide,
Oh, I do remember.
and he made me want that. No
Rappers
lie.
made us get everything.
At this era, yeah,
Bro.
Yeah.
Rappers made us get everything. That was like early social media posting. It was just
Yeah,
like-
we didn't want to. We wanted to boost mobile phone because of the
chirp.
"Where You At" campaign
Yep.
with Game, Kanye, and Luda.
Right.
Where you got the whole city behind us.
Yeah,
right.
yeah, that's right.
Where
They
you
had
at?
that run.
The whole city
chirp.
behind us.
That
Yep.
was crazy. That was just like, tell me you're a drug dealer without saying you're a drug dealer.
Yes, we're loud. on
Club
loudspeaker.
Access? You remember Club Access
Yes,
in Hollywood?
absolutely.
The day the Sidekick 3 dropped, I had it, went to Club Access that night, had it on my hip, getting twerked on, whoop, going.
Oh,
Yep.
Snatch.
Snatch.
It snatched.
Oh, there was a huge outbreak. If you had a clip, you got robbed in Los Angeles.
Facts.
It
You shouldn't have been showing off, bro.
It
happened.
just happened. That was rough. It got really, really bad. Club access should not have happened.
No.
They
But
should not have showed us club life that early.
I was like 13 in there, bro. I was.
I'm
I
walking
was.
with him.
I was. Yeah, I used to come with him. So
I
it
was like 17, 18.
Dog.
Yeah.
I was.
Remember, because it was it was 2 floors,
Uh-huh.
and then there was the outside. Mine got snatched on the outside. So now I'm running through the club trying to figure out who snatched it. Agreed. Club Access, if ask anybody from LA who grew up here, you know
Yeah.
that place was not supposed to be happening like that.
I was way too small for that place.
And all of us were. It was
Dangerous.
ridiculous.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Dangerous times.
But you know, you can get a tushy rubbed on your penis.
All night long.
all night
And
long.
that's all we wanted.
Exactly.
Yeah.
But I was,
Right.
when I was like so small, like dudes had to help me. Like I'm like
Yeah, you never
5'1",
have to-
5'2".
I was a wall guy.
Oh, I honestly I couldn't make the wall.
I did the up against the wall. Show me you can throw it back way before you should.
All I'm seeing is Baby Fat, Aniche, Fat. What was it? Baby Fat, Aniche was another Rockaware.
Rockaware.
Those are the 3 brands I always remember from that era. Like,
Yeah,
what
man.
are we doing in here? Sweating, no AC.
Nope.
Oh my god, I remember the smell. LA parties for a good amount of time smelled like sweat and perm, like that hair.
Yep.
That smell of hair.
Yep.
That was
Very West Coast of
those
us.
were the breeding grounds for the 3 knuckleheads you see before you.
Absolutely.
We made it out though. We made it out.
We made it out clean.
We made it out clean. It was Club Access, Six Flags, and Knott's Berry. You saw up at Knott's Berry Farm this weekend?
No,
yeah, there
what's
was
that?
a huge fight or something. I saw.
They're back doing
Yeah,
the
they had to
bullshit
shut
at
down.
Knott's. Tell them, Pat.
Hey, LA just works in cycles at this point, because like
Hits repeat yourself, Pat.
people from out of town freak out when we say stuff like okay, to this day, I am 32 years old. To this day, when I go to City Walk, I'm still like looking around.
Yes.
I'm still, like,
Absolutely.
looking around.
PTSD'd up, bro.
And I don't think I've ever been there as an adult where I didn't audibly say, this shit is crazy.
Yep.
And they'd be like, what do you mean? And it's just like, it's so safe and there's just families here, because it was just not the place to go.
Nope.
It was just like gangland. That Six Flags, any Galleria, any like
Delano?
Yeah, Glendale Galleria was not the place. Yeah,
any
you gotta be
Galleria.
careful.
The Bridge.
The bridge
was
bridge
wild
got
for a
wild.
minute.
Bridge got wild.
The Grove even for a little bit of time.
The Grove got so crazy that security used to walk up to you if you were in a group of like 5 or 6 and tell you had to split apart.
Yep.
They used to walk up to you and be like, you have to go that way, you have to go that way. You
can't
guys
have
can't
5
walk
friends.
You
together.
can't have. Yeah,
You
you
couldn't.
no 5 plus.
That's how far they took it. It
Yep.
was dumb. And the Grove is like it didn't make no sense.
Well, back then, I mean, I saw a dude, and this isn't me being mean. I saw a dude who was so white. He got robbed. He was just on his phone. Some dude like just like took his phone
Just
and just
snatched
kept. That was like the boldest era of LA. It wasn't like, yeah, let's go. It was like, that's mine now. And now we're walking
Say
next to
something.
each other.
And nothing you could be done.
He was like, it looked like he didn't know that robbery was a thing.
He's like, what's happening?
People do this. It was just
What's
like,
happening
But
right now?
that was mine.
I owned that, and now I don't have it anymore. I was just like, yo, this is crazy. But yeah, that was life in LA for a very long time.
Yes.
it seems like since the pandemic, we've been kind of going back to everything.
Yeah. Slowly but surely, things are kind of falling back into place.
Everything, home invasions included. It's a lot.
It's LA.
But I do got to say, watch this, guys. Man, B&Es and robberies, that stuff makes me so sad.
Yes, it does.
Why does it make you sad, Pat?
I just, it's a lot going on, man. The world, COVID, staying inside. How rumph. LA is a crazy place right now. So you know what me and millions of people should do?
What should we be doing?
Therapy.
Oh.
Okay? Sick of the stigma. Everybody needs some therapy, and no one is doing it better than BetterHelp. All right? So, how well would you take care of your car if you had to keep it the same one for your entire life? Huh? Well, that's how our brains work. Why don't we treat them that way? Why don't we get the oil change and all that? How we care for our minds affects how we experience life. So it's important to invest time and care into keeping them healthy. And there's plenty of ways to support a healthy brain, like learning a new language or taking power naps. But there's also BetterHelp online therapy. All right? This is the easiest way to get a therapist for you. You don't got to do those changing. It's right there online. You can get somebody who's perfect for you. You don't have to do all of the swapping. This is online therapy that offers video, phone, and even live chat therapy sessions, so you don't have to see anyone on camera if you don't want to. All right? It's much more affordable than in-person therapy, and you can be matched with a therapist in under 48 hours. So, call to action. Our listeners get 10% off of their first month at betterhelp.com/DIYS. Repeat, call to action. Our listeners get 10% off. BetterHelp, first month. All you got to do is go to betterhelp.com/DIYS. Like, damn internet, you scary.
It's the abbreviation.
That's BetterHelp.
Yeah.
HELP.com. I don't know why I didn't spell the whole thing, but betterhelp.com/DIYS. Do that.
Do that.
End scene.
End transition.
I'm
Tahir, I'm on his heels.
Hey, Biden? Did you see when Biden did this?
What?
That's what I thought you were
The
trying to make a joke on.
Yeah.
Repeat line.
Repeat
Oh,
line.
man.
Turn page.
Man. We saw that and him fall off a bike. And this is the guy who followed Trump. I thought you had to be the most together person of all time to follow Trump.
They made him look so good in 2022.
They really did, man.
They had to. That
Yeah.
was.
They
had
It's
to.
crazy. I mean, I thought I would notice anything that happened after Trump. I'm just like, it seems like there's nothing happening over there.
Nothing.
It's different, bro. They literally got in there and just kind of tucked away.
Yeah, they
like
just-
no lies. They were just like, oh,
Thanks for putting
thanks.
us in.
We got it in.
And then closed the door. and was like, yeah, we're in now. We can
Lock
relax.
it in.
Hey, I do my best not to speak politically, but
Same.
when he walked in and tried to shake no one's hand, and they were like, "There's no one there, President," I was like, "All right, well, how long are we doing?
What are we doing?
How long
What are we
gonna
doing?
do this?
What are we doing right
Kamala,
How long are we at?
Kamala, where you at,
Kamala,
man? Come
where
on,
is
can we-
she?
Can we talk to you, please?
now?
Can
What
you
do
handle
we
this?
I haven't seen. And this is me who does not watch CNN. I don't be watching.
Nope.
But the stuff when stuff happens, it be on the timeline.
Yeah, sure.
Black Twitter will show you. I haven't seen Kamala in at least
Outside.
3 TikTok challenges.
Is that we measure time now?
They pop up like, all right, we're gonna do this TikTok challenge 3 months too late.
Oh, man.
man.
We seen her in 3. Yo, great point. Where are you? Please come out. We want to see you.
I don't know.
Yeah, man.
All right, I like your guys' relationship views. So I have another ridiculous situation that may have some legs.
Okay.
So someone typed on our internet, if we date, we both gonna deposit a monthly $250 into a joint account. Okay. The one who gets cheated on walks away with the money. That is the HIF Heartbreak Insurance Fund.
HIF?
HIF.
Heartbreak Insurance.
Heartbreak
Fund.
Insurance
HIF
Fund.
Insurance Fund. Okay.
Now you're how you felt about the first question
Yeah.
deeply impacts this
The second
one.
one.
Yeah.
It's a follow up, huh? Okay.
250. That's $500 a month. So let's say this is a new
Define
situation, huh?
Define
Yeah, because
cheating.
now you have to
You
do
lost
that.
already.
My thing is,
I'm joking. I'm joking. I'm joking.
That's a withdrawal.
Cheating.
That is a withdrawal.
Jesus, man.
No,
So
I'm
let's
completely
say
joking,
let's
but-
say 6 months. You with somebody for 6 months.
Okay.
That's what, 3 racks?
3 G's.
3 G's.
yeah, but if you need that as an incentive not to cheat, why are you in this relationship?
See,
I
you
think
make
it's
it so
insurance.
simple. You make it so simple, but it's not that
I know.
simple.
That's
But
what
I'm
I'm
just
saying.
like-
Like, honestly, people's terminology for cheating is different. I mean,
Yeah, that's
I
why
know
when
I
you brought
said
that
that.
up.
I know I said it, but
But it's in. Let's look at it from the insurance policy aspect.
Okay.
We pay insurance on our car, hoping that we don't get in an accident. But if we do,
so here, but here's
you're,
segue.
you're insured.
Did you hear about that woman who sued Geico or Progressive for $5.7 million?
For getting STD?
Yes, in her car. I mean,
Yes,
it was
I did.
kind of like related. So
It was in his car, right?
I think. So.
Dude's
No,
car.
I don't remember what car it was. But
That shit
yes,
crazy.
Don't talk to me about your coverage, Bob.
I don't care about your coverage. Your coverage. Damn, Incredibles. Yes.
That's crazy.
Yeah. So again, some people.
So that was a loophole, you're saying?
Of course, they changed the actual terminology now. I'm sure everyone had to re-sign a terms of service as soon as that hit. The airwaves, they were like, everyone re-sign right now.
Yeah, you
Your
get those.
resign your insurance policy right now because we're not giving what $5.7 million again.
Because she caught an STD in the
Good.
back of a car getting slammed. That is
I
amazing.
can only imagine the
Probably-
dude from the first dude from Geico to hear this story.
Yeah, the one customer service rep had to deal with this first.
I have chlamydia. This is Geico, man. This is a whole other place.
I know who I called.
I have chlamydia, and I got it in a car that was insured by Geico. That damn lizard was there. I fucked the lizard and got the clap. I don't know why with big companies I always picture the mascot being the person
talking to the customers.
like,
Oh my god!
I don't know what to.
Damn Australian lizard. Oh my
goodness.
He was immediately like, "Let me put you on hold. I'm gonna find somebody who,
Oh no!
because
bro.
that was not on the training.
no, not at all.
But that's so crazy.
I'm not doing that. I'm not doing that, bro. I gotta be honest. I think I'm having a bit in my personal life. I'm in like in a quarter life crisis thing. Where I'm
Okay.
like, yo, I think I'm done. I'm done giving this shit a shot. I'm done.
I mean,
relationship
isn't,
period.
isn't that like tied to like prenups and what that usually is? It's like criteria for like if something happens, X, Y, and Z. Like,
Yeah,
that
but
feels
that's
like an
different because
extension
it's
of
like
that.
if something happens, everything
Yeah.
is split in half.
Exactly, yeah.
Whereas this is just like, it's kind of like. The reason why this doesn't work is because it's the first person to get caught, which is gonna be the guy.
Every time.
Women are ninjas.
Yes.
They're geniuses.
They are.
They just know. They just know shit.
That
Okay.
are just oblivious as a man. I've seen that before. Just
Men
What?
just be we do be
So-
just oblivious to that.
some
Yeah.
guys really be oblivious to it. It's not like they're like ninjas. It's just half the time some guys really
and,
just
and
do
a lot
that.
of times the stuff that they
Or maybe
think
we're
is
more trusting. I don't know.
Nah. That's not it.
well, black men don't cheat. That should have been
That's
said already.
Yeah, off top.
Facts.
But it just seems like this is for the sloppier person.
Yeah,
A.
absolutely.
And it's like at some point, if you're out of the relationship, if you're not into it anymore, aren't you just gonna gun for the money
Yeah.
and just like try to catch them in something that you can consider cheating?
That's why
You know what I
I
mean?
asked
You gotta
that
have it
question.
written down what counts.
That's why I
Because some
asked that
people can
question.
be wild and think that looking at or liking someone's photo on Instagram is counting as cheating.
Boom.
Right. Because this,
Boom.
what's crazy about this is you've been together 2-3 years and you starting to feel like you're not into it anymore. You be like, it's a couple $1,000s in that.
You can use that for a trip. It's a down payment on a new whip right there, baby.
It's a couple of, don't be in the relationship long enough where it gets into the double digits. You're looking at 10K. Just,
Okay, so how much a month? $250 each.
250, 500 a month.
$500 a month, both sides.
Which is still half of that's yours.
Yeah.
Still, but still, once it's that's what I like about putting stuff off because it feels like it's not yours when you come back to it.
Right.
Yeah, let's say 5 years. I don't even know the math of that. That's 500 times 12, which is 6,000.
Mm-hmm.
So what? $30,000.
Times 12 equals that.
30 racks.
Mm-hmm.
5 years.
30 G's.
I mean, some people get their heart broken and have to go to work.
It's entrapment for me at that point.
Hey, bro, I was in an 8-year relationship like that. That's
Woo!
I guess technically you're already out the money if you're putting it away for something. So like even if it did happen, you wouldn't be directly out of it in that moment because you already gave it away and didn't have access to it. You know what I mean?
Well, yeah, for sure. I was just saying about the wanting it.
Having to give it up. Yeah, that'd be like,
Because that's, I mean, that might be enough to start fake crying. You're like, I went through your phone. Who the fuck is? You just start throwing out shit. Who the fuck is Frank? I don't know. No. Who the fuck is Brandon? Oh, you found out. Yeah, I found out.
Tic-tac-toe with the names? No, bro.
just try to find somebody to throw down on.
Man, I'm not with that. I'm not with this. I'm not putting my money away in the thing just because we dating. And nah, I'm not. I'm sorry. I work way too hard for that shit. No, thank you. I'm not putting my money in an account with you, with your money, and thinking it's like, oh, it's even the added. No, bro. Everyone's fragile as shit nowadays anyway. We're very fucking fragile.
Yeah.
Anything could break anybody at this point, whether it's liking a photo, looking at a girl, another girl's attention towards you. Bro, no. Fuck that. No, you can't have no money.
Yeah,
No.
pride, ego gets into that as well. Oh, yeah.
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 So you're not doing it?
Huh? No, I mean, I probably wouldn't do this. Wouldn't do it. You know, I've already been in joint
Hell.
account situations, obviously. So, you know what I mean?
How the
lived
hell
this
did you
life.
get fooled into a joint account situation?
I'm
You're
not
my
doing it.
brother. How the hell did this happen?
Bruh, this is 19, 20, 21, 22 time where I was working in the oil
right?
field and had someone at the house.
The oil field?
I was in the oil field working while someone was at the house.
Oh, you were a grown man out there.
It's
Pat.
different. It's very different
Pat.
lifestyles, bro, between me and him.
You were living with somebody?
Yeah.
So you were coming home from the oil fields like,
Yeah.
what's for dinner?
And what was for dinner, Khadeem?
Huh?
What was for dinner during that time?
Bird's eye frozen food.
Because
say
he was 20 and
bird's
couldn't
eye?
cook.
Bird's eye.
Bird's eye.
Bird's eye. It's pretty much like, I don't know, what is some frozen food? Banquet, pretty much.
It's like a brand.
Oh, like TV dinners.
Exactly.
Oh, you mean bird's eye because you'd be looking at it like...
no,
No.
it's the company was called Bird's Eye in Texas.
Oh, got it. I was like, ain't all plates bird's eye?
No. Looking down at it, no. Bird's eye view, nah.
Bro,
it was
no.
banquet.
Wait, so you was coming home from the oil fields. Did you have oil on you? I'm just...
Absolutely.
That's funny. It's just funny for the visual.
Absolutely.
So you was coming home with oil on you,
Like,
and you
Yeah.
heard the microwave ding,
yep.
and you was rooting through corn and brownies.
Absolutely. Not a great time in my life.
Damn.
And of course with the joint account, oof. Paid for everything. Wasn't fun.
I mean, okay, let's just
Learn my
get
lesson,
it
man.
out there. It's the 2020s. Not every household has to be set up that way with one cooking and one working and stuff like that.
No, of course not.
But I will say this because we just had a story about a divorce that happened because a woman was feeding her husband ramen noodles 3 times a day for like 6.
I remember this
It was
one.
like breakfast, lunch, and dinner.
Was
ramen,
it?
ramen.
Yeah, I do remember this one coming through. Yeah,
Food is so important.
it is.
Like in just everyday life, in relationships, like.
What you put in your body is important, generally speaking. So
But it's
that's-
just
yeah.
like people's mood. Like
Yeah.
even like on set, I really realized why people went so hard on crafty and lunch and stuff like that because it's really just like creating an environment where people aren't irritated.
Yeah.
And food and sleep are like the main things that if you don't have it, you're just instantly irritated.
Irritable.
Yep.
So it's like between that's just the lack of food, and then like all the good that comes from food. Like if you're with like a chef, or if you're with a foodie, and you guys are just always like going out to restaurants and experimenting with things, like that's important.
It is.
So I feel like okay, yeah, it doesn't matter who's doing it, who's putting the food on, but you still gotta show up in the food department, even if it's you getting a chef. Or just budgeting for the Postmates.
Yeah.
Or maybe just pulling up a Rachel Ray YouTube video. I mean, goddamn.
Bro, it was
Frozen food every day.
It was bad.
He was
bad.
20. Though.
I was 20.
He was a baby. He didn't know what the hell he was doing. He
21.
thought like this is what I'm supposed to do. Like this is how
I
I'm
found out
supposed to go.
6 months in. I
And y'all had a house?
I got an apartment.
Damn.
Yeah, like 6 months in to her moving down that way, I was just like, yeah, this ain't gonna work. And this after already being with her for like 5 years. Like I got with her.
Oh,
you got her
what?
like I got
They were
with her
babies.
in junior year of high school.
Okay.
Or sophomore, junior year of high school.
Mm-hmm.
Obviously graduated, so that's 2-3 years. About 2-3 years after that, I ended up getting a job in Texas, moving down there, moving her with me. So that was like 5 years already in. And yeah, I found out pretty quick. You know, I was like, I'm gonna end up, marrying this girl. Obviously, that was the plan. high school sweetheart, all that.
Oof, you
Yeah,
had
that didn't work.
frozen dinners at the wedding.
Yep.
Imagine everybody fucking fluffing it up.
I'd have been at that wedding like, I'm not being your best man. Hell no, because I ain't the best. Not a wild
Bro,
out.
learned pretty fast how that was not going to work out.
I didn't have a woman cook for me for the first time until like 3 years ago.
Really?
I was really against it, bro. I
How
was
come?
really against, I don't know. I heard all those weird stories of
The
girls.
poison or the
Putting
No, the red
spell?
sauce, man.
The
the ragu?
Yeah, the ragu. You know about the ragu, Pat?
Of course, man.
Yeah, from Northern. Well, you go down there a lot.
Why you make that face, Pat? Pat, why you make that face,
Pat.
man?
I was thinking about what I should say next.
Pat?
No, keep going.
Oh,
Yeah, no, it's 3 years. Yeah, 3 years ago was my first time having somebody cook for me, man, and it took me a long time to get over that wall, and it did make me understand the dynamic of like having a woman in your life like that.
Yeah.
To that extent, I was like, oh, this is different. This makes me feel like it's supposed to be like this. This is what we're taught anyway.
Right.
And yeah, I wish I would have kept that like that, but no, blew that up too.
Hey, that's a grown man that understands. Just like, yeah, I fucked that up too.
Let's move on.
That's awareness, people.
Hey, bro, you gotta keep it a buck with yourself. Keep it a buck with yourself, bro. Shit is wild out here. That's why you bring up all these relationship questions. I'm like, bro, it's different. It's not what it once was. I think certain people have the ability to like create their own realities.
Yeah.
And you can like protect yourself from certain things.
Absolutely.
I'm coming to the place of realizing like, yo, it's not as simple as it is for me. To the point where he was in my house like 2 weeks ago.
Oh, yeah.
And he's looking at my kitchen. He was like, what was your exact words to me?
I don't know. I mean, I know we were talking about the idea of course, just your upbringing and how you were just, you were raised just completely different, bro. Because you didn't have an awkward phase. Think
that's how
about
you
like
put
he
it.
didn't go to
That's how you put it.
high school, he didn't go to college and stuff like that. You know what I mean? He didn't have to.
Interesting.
You got to think about that. Like he
Yeah.
didn't really have to go through an internship or any of those type of jobs or anything like that. You know, his awkward phase, which 16, 17, 18, pretty much was roll bounce and then scream tour 4.
It's not that awkward.
At all.
So did you even have like a first day at school moment?
I had a first day of school, because I got out of school in seventh grade.
Seventh grade.
Summer of 7th grade, and that was it.
Okay, so coming to your 6th grade school was still was weird.
No, went from 5th grade in elementary to 6th grade in middle school, and then went through that 7th grade, and then
So that was really like the last time you were like, oh shit.
yeah. No, that was it.
Was
And
the
that's
first
what he
day
was
of 6th
saying.
grade.
That's what he was saying. So like the certain aspects of just like what a considered normal life I didn't experience to the point where like he's in my kitchen, he's looking in my cabinets, he's like, yo, you've never even like this doesn't look like someone who's like struggling's cabinet. Like I have snacks and shit. Like it's filled with stuff. But he's like, this is still not.
Yeah, like bro, like
This
he
ain't bad.
doesn't have like
I don't get it.
like pots and pans. Like I wouldn't say he doesn't have pots and pans, but he doesn't have. Like my man, he ain't out here cooking his own meals. Like that's not. He didn't have to struggle and have the struggle meals or have to like actually cook out of the fridge. You
Yeah,
know
but
what I mean?
what remnants of that would be in his kitchen today?
What do you mean? Like
It's like what he has and what he doesn't have in the kitchen. It's like
it's more like the idea of
utensil-wise.
like not having. I wouldn't say not having that many cooking supplies. You know what I mean? Like he
Like
didn't-
flour and stuff.
Of course.
Do you mainly be like Postmating?
Yeah, for sure now. Now I fucked up the other situation. So yeah.
Hilarious. Okay, so
But
he-
it's just weird, man. Like when I bring it all back to say like it's now that I've experienced that, and then now I know how fragile we are in this generation. It's like, bro, I think I'm gonna just have to embrace the fact that this shit was never normal, quote unquote, for me.
Yeah.
I kept trying to like squeeze everything and compact everything down to be like in a sense like I.
But
like
your
I am.
upbringing wasn't normal.
There we go. My upbringing was not the norm, bro.
Right.
It's way different, and it's hard to talk to people, about, which is very interesting. You bring up the BetterHelp therapy thing, because goddamn it, I will be talking to somebody.
Yeah,
I
might
will
as
be.
well.
I will be expressing this later.
Yeah,
So,
for
man.
sure.
Yeah, he has
man.
different upbringing.
I
man.
mean, yeah, I think that's a crazy observation too.
Of course, I mean, I'm his little brother, but at the
Right.
same time, like what I did, I went to public elementary, public middle school, public
Right.
high school, college. You know what I mean?
The real.
The real,
The real.
The real.
in a sense. You know what I mean? And it's not saying my brother, but he was you know what it is? He was successful at a very young age. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? At 13, 14, he was already a successful, you
Right.
know, in movies, an actor, and continued to be successful.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? So that upbringing, that puts you way in a different place.
Yeah.
But it's funny, like, relationship-wise, it seems like... I don't know. It seems like we've all had the same experience, too. You know? It seems like everybody, dude specifically, gets to this point at some point, regardless of how long it takes or how quick it takes, you know? Mm-hmm. But I think that whole, like... I don't know. I've never really had a conversation with you about relationships that was just like, man, this nigga grew up way different, you know, unless we were specifically talking about that, you know. It seems like the ideologies are still very similar.
I think it's because, like, when me and you speak, like, the first thing that me and you became friends over was, like, our love for our families, right? Like, that was embedded in me since the very beginning. Same with Khadeem. Like, so I have a very, like, structured household, so it's that. But then you go and experience life, and then you get that spotlight put on you at 13, and now it never goes away. Like, I just saw a TikTok of these two girls talking to each other, talking about holes, and they were like, they broke it down to, like, how grown women look at men in jail. You know what I mean? Like, the psychology behind that, like, they're big, they're in orange jumpsuits. She was like,
the stereotypes to it.
The stereotype to it, like, that was so hot to us. So, like, us being that age, we were younger. It was that your biggest.
It's a bad boy.
And exactly, look, a bad boy. And I never thought of that. That TikTok just came up today.
Crazy.
So since 13,
You guys had inmate swag. That's wild.
I never thought of it like that.
I'll never have that.
No, I'm
You got
always
a
considered
cheat
the
code.
nice guy. Like, again,
Yeah,
like,
that was a
we
nice
go
little
out
cheat
together.
code.
Yeah, bro.
I'll take it. But it's that, and then the fact that since that time, it's only been that. But then, Pat, at the same time, like, look what you've done. Look how successful you are in this space, in this era, with these phones, with these cameras. Like, you are looked at as something more than what an average person does.
In terms of, like, just...
You have a different view of, like, a normal person would view something in a one way, but you would come at it from a different angle as the way you've been able to come up with social media, streaming stuff, gaming, all that, putting that and making like revenue out of that. Most average people don't look at the same things you look at with that in mind.
Oh, you're saying there's another aspect that makes
Exactly.
it relatable. Oh, okay. I see what you're saying.
Yeah. You know what I mean? Like, again, a lot of middle America content life. You know, when I of course I just got into this 2020, which I got to thank both of y'all for that. Obviously, I met Pat through my brother, and then Pat pretty much put me on all deaf and everything. So that's the reason why I'm even sitting here right now.
Hey, welcome.
Right. Thank you. But coming from that point, like before I was in 2019, 2018, I was in a very content with my life. I was, working. I worked for Tesla. I did, I worked in the electronic technician department for a lot of stuff, and I was in a sense content with my life. I was making enough money. I was gonna, have a family, have kids, and all that.
Right.
COVID hit.
Oh, it was that recently,
Bruh,
man.
That 2020 changed my
that's
life.
Right. We were at Thunder, and you were still working overseas.
Tesla.
Oh,
Remember,
that's
we was FaceTiming them in.
See?
Yep.
So
That's right.
it was that recent, Pat.
Damn.
That recent that everything
Culture shock.
Culture shocked the hell out of me to the point, and then of course, obviously, one of my friends had a child. Went to go visit him. Was just like, I don't want it.
You want kids?
What, kids at all?
Yes. No,
Really?
not kids at all. Just I wasn't ready for it when I thought I was.
Nah.
Yeah, you know what I mean? Like I was like, I'm not ready for that. I
Yeah.
thought I was not ready, and it hasn't really.
I mean, I think that's a beautiful thing for a lot of people, and I just think that it's such a part of us growing up, even from like the storybooks we read and like the stories we tell, and
Well,
like
kids are
the
given
things we
baby
see.
dolls to play with to
Exactly. Oh my God,
wanting
that's a
that.
whole other thing. Playing house.
Yep.
Playing house.
That was the
psychology
worst
of it,
game
bro.
ever. It was
Yeah.
like, all right, you come home from work, and I'm like, I'm doing dishes,
I'm cooking.
and then we're gonna like fight.
About what?
Over
the
easy,
Monopoly
damn
money.
it.
I'm missing it. Like what?
What are we gonna fight about? We don't know yet. But this is what we're gonna do. And then it was just like, it was so weird. It was just like doing normal stuff.
It's like not having enough soda cans in the fridge. Like seeing your father yell at your mother for not having enough cans, and now you're about to yell at your friend for that.
And I don't
Like,
know
what?
I don't know if this is something that like kids naturally are just like, let's do this, or if it's like something that's
put in
told
front
to
of-
us.
Well, it's advertised to us, and our society puts us to that because we have to become something to serve the larger
Society.
state.
Right. Okay. Yeah. Propaganda.
Exactly.
Damn it.
To
Well,
have
like high school, that whole going through that like K through 12 is to set you up to be a citizen for the U.S. That's
Right.
supposed to. It used to be the bare minimum you needed to be like a functioning citizen in the United States.
Used to be.
Damn. I mean, I get it though, and I feel like that works for a lot of people. I just wish more kids were given the option because one of my good friends from Atlanta, he said that he grew up out there and then came out here. And literally the exact same thing to you because he said he was from a place where everybody was
Content.
had 5 kids and married by 20, 21, you know?
That's it. That's
That's
their
it.
life.
And if that's what's happening around you, there's going to be a part of you that is just going to
That's
do
the
it
normal.
just to go with the, it's not even like you're like, man, I have to do this. It's just like that's what it is.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I just feel like if more kids had were put other stuff was put in front of them so that you could see that it didn't have to be like
Well, and
that.
that's I think why we're going through what we're going through as a culture nowadays is because we have all this technology which expands our ability to see what other people have access
That's
to and
life.
what they're doing. So
Right,
it's like,
because
okay,
it used to
these
be
things
so
are
regional.
possible.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yep.
Right. But now we're seeing like a huge wave of like people who make it past that mark where you're supposed to have kids, supposed to be married, supposed to be like that. And people are kind of clowning us. Like,
Oh, yeah.
you know what I mean? It becomes a thing. And I feel like, women have it way harder because it's just like there's a lot of pressure. Like, you have to have kids, you have to have blah, 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 you have to
Yeah.
be married, blah, blah, blah. And then they also have an internal clock that's ticking
No,
too.
they're actually on the internal side.
But
yes.
yeah, it's like it's interesting to see so many people my age just be like, no,
I'm good.
I'm
Yeah.
all right.
I'm not with it, bro. I'm not. I really thought I would want children one day. I really did. I was like, yo, yeah, absolutely. Like setting it up then. Then my brother's gonna have Uncle Khleo, and it's gonna be amazing. But I'm looking at this world, bro. I'm just like, yeah, nah.
That's the big thing I think we're facing is like, yeah, but like when that kid turns 18, what is the world going
What
to
is
look
the world
like in
gonna look
18
like?
Oh
years?
my god.
But then, I would always think I always play devil's advocate with this one. It's like because we got here, right? We got here, and I mean, I feel like we were pretty good citizens. I feel like another one of
absolutely, but we had to go through a lot that our parents didn't have to go through. And the biggest thing for me
the life
is
has
like,
changed since then. Of course,
I feel
That's
like we are the perfect age. We are the perfect age. You don't really count because you didn't go to school. But we dodged social media by this much.
yes, we did.
I was
By
on the tail end of that.
this
Yes.
much. I remember MySpace was a thing in school, and the pressures was more like the top 8 type of thing.
That was it.
But the timeline, the followers, the clout, all that
comments,
stuff was
going
not
viral.
Was not a thing. You didn't go viral on MySpace. MySpace was just like a little hub, but then social media hit, and I feel bad for people who had to go through high school with Instagram.
That was
I
me.
can't imagine trying to raise a
Bro.
kid being born into followers.
Pat,
and that, you know what I
Pat,
mean?
But
Like,
you weren't around for like the whole like thought list thing. Were you at Hamilton?
what?
When girls out here, they're putting out lists for women, or for the girls that were like quote unquote thoughts.
Oh, that was before social media, though.
No,
Like,
I know,
there was
but-
always a book or like a website
Bruh,
that was
yeah.
like,
This
these
was-
girls
it
are
was-
hoes. That was everywhere.
it was worse.
It gets more pervasive as now people can do
Of
it.
course.
whenever they
Oh,
want.
that's the worst.
Like the DM stuff like that. You know what I mean? Like people will be able to get hit DM like
Oh,
and
in
get
Instagram?
bullied. Yeah.
Oh, I
yeah,
remember
that's
when people
different.
were like, "Oh, I've got thousands of Facebook friends," and half of them they didn't know, and I just like, because my mom wouldn't allow me to have Facebook, so I was like, "Why would you want like who are these people that are your quote
That you don't-
friends
right.
that you don't know?" But it was all about like wanting to have as many followers as you could and all of that. And it was just,
Right,
like,
which is interesting before the business side of it. You get it now because if you're trying to grow a
Yeah,
business, but
exactly.
it's like before that it was like
Strangers.
I have 800 followers, and it's like 7 people.
I know.
The last birthday party I went to was whack as hell. No one came, but you sitting here telling me you have 900 avid followers. Like it made no sense talking to people, and I think that like a big part of it was, oh my god, I heard this story of I forget who told me this, but somebody was talking about what it was to be bullied back then as opposed to now. And it's like it happens. If you get caught eating butt or doing the sex, there was a couple girls that were caught giving some Burlington throw factory.
That's what I'm talking. In the public bathroom or in the bathrooms.
Here's the thing. Back then, within that school, it sucked. You know what I mean? Worst case scenario, she had to switch schools. You know what I mean?
That was it.
Switch schools, new community, hooray. If that shit is on Twitter,
Pat, that's what I'm
the thing.
talking
you
about.
gotta
Like,
go to a different
Pat,
frequency like you were talking to. You gotta find a
Airway
different
center to Mars, bro.
an app that only Scandinavian scientists are on.
Oh man, that's what I'm talking about, man. Like it's so
That
we
sucks.
just missed that. We
Sucks.
just missed it. But
That's such. I mean, there are grown people suffering from ego and identity crisis because of social media. So I couldn't imagine like
growing up in that.
there are like in being in grade school, 5th grade, talking about trying to go viral and stuff like that, and especially now this whole wave of like trying to embarrass somebody to go viral because some people have no talent, so they'll
pranks?
be like, "Yeah, let me just humiliate this person and go viral that way." Like that's not what I'm trying to.
I'm swinging on somebody at the grocery store. Don't you do it?
Raising
If you
the-
ever seen? Don't you do
Man.
it? I promise.
Khadeem does have a very long history of slapping people.
I
realized,
do.
We were talking about this in Dallas, or when we were just in DreamCon, and we started reflecting on the past and certain moments. I'm like, Khadeem, you've hauled off and just slapped a few people, in your
Bruh.
life. Like I don't know what you just snapped.
Don't
or
let
just
the
slapped
tech
me.
background fool you.
I will slap. I'm sorry. It's just. And I was swinging
Get that
hammers. I picked up iron and
slap.
going, bruh,
The tech.
swinging hammers.
bruh.
That was that oil field.
That was
shit.
an oil field for
That's
me.
hilarious.
I
Niggas
think
got in
back
fight
to
with
like
hammers.
Dateline, like when we was a kid, and like the biggest thing that parents were concerned about was like people talking to each other online, strangers, like in chat rooms.
You don't know who's on the other end.
Yahoo Messenger.
Hilarious
Came.
now.
That was the thing that
That is hilarious.
parents
now.
were like
Don't
messed
set
up
up
about.
meetings in like not safe places. Like always meet in a public place. All that.
Oh, I was
Random.
fully talking to a pedophile on AOL for like a smooth month.
How did you find out?
I knew at the time it wasn't okay, but I grow up, and you're like, man, she was down horrendous. It was a dancer at Disneyland. I could not even make this up if I tried. And I didn't know. I tried to find out if she meant, because I already automatically went mascot like under the thing, but Disneyland be having like regular dancers in the background too, right?
Yeah.
So it was a dancer for Disneyland, Disney World,
Florida.
I think, Florida. Yeah, definitely Florida. Now that I think about it.
100% Florida. 100%.
Yep.
Everything Florida.
She was married, and she would sneak downstairs at night, and we would chat it up. And I was just like, I'm a kid.
this is all you had.
She was like, my chair is soaked. I'm soaked all the way through the chair. And I was like, ugh. What does that mean? I was literally like so young, I didn't even get, but I was just like, oh, it's tight. She's married. She's she's an adult. But man, fast forward to now, I was like, shoot, glad I didnn't meet up.
Almost threw his ass out there. Almost threw him out there.
Oh my God.
Could have gave you candy and tucked you off underneath the soaked chair.
Big old Minnie Mouse looking bitch. Are you Armor King 96?
Oh my.
Was that your screen name? Oh my God. Tekken loving ass Pat.
I have been
Armor
a gaming
King.
nerd since the beginning.
So
Armor King 96.
96.
Armor King was a secret character in Tekken.
Tekken 2.
But none of my friends were really gamers, so they were just like, Amor King? What are you, the king of love? And I was like, yeah, sure.
Why not?
You just embrace that. You just embrace that instead.
What was your AOL screen name?
Mix Mike 3 because I got my sidekick during roll bounce and my
okay.
Yeah, the character's name, and then I was third on the call sheet.
Ah,
yeah.
That was actually very strategic for. I was 96 because I made it in the year 99, and 99 was taken.
Okay. Just flipped it upside down.
Mine was Rosewood Baller 23. All I wanted to do was play basketball.
Were you living in Rosewood?
Elementary?
That was elementary.
That was my
school,
elementary. That shows
Rosewood Baller.
Yep.
Okay, so both cooler names.
Yeah. Then Armor. No, you got Armor King.
You got Armor King, though.
You know, we're
we
gonna
would
appreciate that.
We would have understood.
That's first of all, your own name on a call sheet. It's pretty stunning.
The world didn't know. The world, the people I was talking to didn't know
Pretty
that.
stunning.
Yeah, man.
Oh man, but AOL was a time. It took 15 minutes to get online.
Man.
That damn
Dial-up sound?
the dial-up sound and watching porn was some of the most exciting shit ever.
It was a thrill.
Man, the load time.
The chase of the thrill, just trying to get away with it.
It's got a buffer.
Huh?
It's got a buffer.
Oh,
It's got
my
a buffer,
God.
but the crazy thing is that was during a time where there wasn't the internet you didn't have a cell phone.
No.
Right. So
So you were on a desktop.
That's what I'm
big- a
saying.
big
It's the thrill of the chase.
The family
half
computer.
out the seat like this, waiting for what? No, man! Mom's World.
Hey,
I'm playing internet games.
I'm playing Fox Kids.
dog.
Oh,
And you, no matter
CartoonNetwork.com.
what, you couldn't get it all off because by the time you're looking at this one page,
It was all nerves.
all the pop-ups was behind the fucking page you
oh,
were
the
looking
pop-ups, hilarious.
So you hit that exit and it's just like 70 of them. Like,
Your mom would be like, "Why is there 80 viruses on this computer?" Oh man, I don't know.
See, here's the thing. That tech
Did
guy
Ryan
stuff
touch
started
it?
a long time. I was ready. I can
Oh,
get
you was
any
doing
virus.
tech support back then?
Oh, absolutely. Man.
Hilarious.
I
Tech
was,
support on the porn.
I wasn't getting viruses.
And it was so high stakes. You were really just collecting information to masturbate later. It wasn't no relaxed.
The good old spank bank.
let me do both at the same time. That was a luxury.
Good old spank bank.
bro, there was no video. Like, I don't remember videos. Early porn, I don't actually remember video. I remember going to different websites and it would just pull up, and then that was it. It
Each
just load.
website had their own browser, kind of.
Something like that.
That's
yeah.
probably why it took so. That's probably why YouTube was created. Not necessarily so that everybody could have a channel. It was probably just like everybody needs videos.
Yeah.
If we just get it all from this one, it's something to do with servers, right?
Probably.
Yeah.
There it is.
More service.
Bandwidth.
Confirmation.
All right, guys. This has been a lot of fun, man. We only had one ad, so we got to kind of do whatever the hell.
Yeah, man.
Tahir will be back next week, I assume. He's on the road. Busy little pork chop, that guy. But I want to thank my brothers, the Thomases.
Yeah,
Let's
my
do one of
man.
these again. Thank
Yeah,
you guys
brother.
for pulling up,
course.
as always. Anything coming up that you guys want to talk about? Shout out.
Should I go first?
Yeah.
Yeah. First episode of Deemcast.
Yeah.
Own personal podcast I did with my family in Arlington, Texas for DreamCon. Starting that up, so we got that one shot. It's gonna be up pretty soon. Yeah, man. Other than more streams, bro.
More life, more stream.
More
What about you,
streams.
sir?
Same, more streams. If you're gonna be at, this is probably gonna come out after Comic-Con, yeah.
This Thursday.
This coming out this Thursday?
Yeah.
Oh, so I'll be at Comic-Con. So if you're in San Diego and you're gonna be at Comic-Con, I'll be there. Going to Malta, the country of Malta.
Oh, okay.
Where is that?
Never been. No.
It's my first time hearing about it. It's like off the coast of Sicily.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, it's like this really small island in the middle of nowhere. So I'm excited for that. Go to go there for a week to do something for Jurassic World.
Oh shit.
So yeah, I'm like, yeah, right, I'm just gonna take advantage. I'm going.
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
Jurassic Park probably has the best like side vacations because it seems like they only shoot in beautiful ass places like Hawaii and shit.
Universal, I think, has that on lock because you got to think it's Jurassic Park and think Fast and Furious.
Yeah.
That's all. That's Universal too. So when they go shoot all those exotic ass locations,
Fast and Furious goes to a lot of exotic
Hell
places.
yeah.
I haven't watched in like 6 movies.
Yeah.
Me either.
They
I'm
be
right
out
behind you,
everywhere.
brother. Yeah, no, they've been a whole bunch of places. Yeah.
So yeah, man. If you have any suggestions of what I should be doing in Malta while I'm there, let me know.
Mr. International. Yeah, that's nothing like a good vacation to a place that you didn't know existed.
Yeah, good point. Good point. I'm trying to figure it out. Like, do I? Because they had me like on some itinerary. They had me doing all these activities. So I'm like, okay, but I have to like also film and
Right.
work. So it's like, is it work?
It's not a vacation. It's work.
Yeah, it's work.
Yeah, but you could stay a little later, right? Especially after that plane ticket. I mean, at that plane ride.
My plan is to actually go from there straight to Morocco.
Nice.
Smart.
That was
Have you
my-
been?
No, we haven't
You
gone.
guys are Moroccan though, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, we are.
So
Never
we're-
been.
my plan is to figure out how to get over there and check it out. I'm already on that side of the world. I might as
Yeah.
well. So yeah.
Lit.
Yeah, man.
You go to Morocco, you might not come back.
So I've heard.
Yeah.
So yo, everyone is telling me like, Khleo.
Lit.
Be careful.
Here we go.
Be careful.
Here we go.
Hey, that's a good trouble to be in.
Right.
But as always, I've been Patrick Cloud. Shout out to Cam, the official fact checker of Damn Internet You Scary. This was a fun adult free episode where the kids just go crazy. Appreciate the Scary Squad for pulling up. I've been seeing your comments. I just cannot see at all. So I see you guys writing stuff.
Yep.
Next time, Pat will have glasses.
Pat on glasses.
All the tickets are sold out. Yep, you're right. They are
to
sold out.
Comic-Con?
Yeah, it says right there. I'm in SD, but they said that they're all sold out. Yes, they are.
I feel like if you're in San Diego, though, the city's enough of a Comic-Con itself that you can get an experience.
Yeah,
Yeah,
you
exactly.
kind of
Yeah.
go and just hang around it. I think we did that before, didn't we? No, we had tickets.
Yeah, because we went to the.
Was that a year ago?
Yeah.
No, that was
last-
October.
It was last because they had
Okay,
that in
so it was
middle.
like-
Yeah, I was like,
Free-
yeah,
okay,
it was a special
for sure.
edition. Yeah.
For sure. I was like, man, this COVID shit is for the
Yeah,
birds.
exactly.
This shit is a time machine. All right, everybody. I'll see you next week.
Bye,
Later.
guys.
Bye, y'all.